bye week here. Just what's the mood like in the building?
Oh, it's been better for sure, but they're all here and they're on time. They're doing the right things, and but yeah, we're extremely disappointed, especially how we performed. So that's never fun when you come back to a locker room like that.
You said you wanted to see how the group would respond to a low point like that. Has it been kind of what you expected?
Well, it just hadn't been enough, for me to know. Yeah, it's what I expected because they're really great kids. I know I've said that, and it's the first time we didn't. We haven't played great all year. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying, but it's the first time you could easily say and be correct we didn't show up.
Getting a chance to look back at the game, what do you see from Owen McCown and what you guys can do to get him on track going forward?
I thought he played really well. I know nobody wants to hear that, but you can't. The last time we had that many drops was the Texas State game, and those were crucial. They were third down drops, and they were touchdown drops. He missed the one cell cut, to Devin on third down. But as great as North Texas quarterback coach played, he missed throws too. That's just part of the game. He was by far not the reason we did not win the game. He was like maybe one of the least ones. Obviously, he played really well. He misread one where on the GT he should have dumped the ball to Devin in a flat. That's a mistake he knows better than, but I understand what he's thinking. He wants to get Robert Henry the ball, and when you have those type of reads, you can't force it. You got to let the thing play out. He wished he had that one back. He had the mishandle where he was trying to get it out there on the little spot pass, and it kind of got whomper-jawed in his hand. But yeah, that cell cut he threw to, I'm not gonna name names because I don't want to embarrass any kids. There are not many quarterbacks in the country make that throw. The one we drop on their sideline on the cell cut. There's not many quarterbacks in the country making that throw. The one we drop in the end zone. You can't put it in a better spot. And the slant. I mean, you can't hit somebody in a better spot than that. So that to me is a little bit of people just reacting to some stats and not necessarily watching the game.
Well, you've been complimentary of him all year. Is there a reason then that the stats haven't been as good as they were last season, given that you're seemingly pretty happy with his plays this season?
Now, there's some throws he always missed, like the one he missed to, Patrick, right open down the sideline. I mean, he's got pressure like right in his face like crazy. I mean, he's still got to make that throw, but you got to help those guys out a little bit. I would say we've still got to get that figured out, and there's not much time left to figure it out. So that's very frustrating that our passing game still has not got going yet to what it should be doing.
You guys had some success on a yards per carry basis. I know sort of the score of the game dictated that you get away from that a little bit, but you've mentioned before wanting to stick with that more. How did you feel about the commitment to the run in that game?
I get it. The fourth quarter was pretty much a wash, so that's unfortunate. When we read out the RPOs correctly, we get plus yards. A lot of our minus carries are just from a negative on the read of the RPO, to be honest with you. So we ran the ball very well. The most glaring one is the first call of the third quarter. It was 17-14. They executed 4th and 1. If we make that stop, it's a totally different ball game. They then execute 2 or 3 third down and longs on draws, and we just can't get the dang back down. 37 missed tackles in the game is the issue, but it's not fun to talk about that. It's more fun to talk about the offense. So now it's 24-14, then 31-14. And there, if you want to make an argument, we should have committed more to the run. You should hand the ball to your best player and calm their tails back down. Instead, they get a strip sack, and now it's 38-14. Now think about that. And nobody wants to really look at a game that way. And then it's hard to come back from that.
Jeff, what do you think led to that many missed tackles?
I think the back is really good. And I think we didn't play very well. That's a bad combination. They got momentum going, and we couldn't weather the storm. It's very disappointing. It's the most embarrassed I've been since probably the last time I was there, or Texas State 2023. It was embarrassing. Even Army, you remember when they beat us? I meant Texas State 24. I apologize. Yeah. When Army beat us in 23, how frustrated I was. You watch the video, we played our tails off. We just got beat. But it was embarrassing because I think we gave up 7 or 8 fourth downs, if I'm remembering that correctly. This one, it's like we just weren't even there at times, and it was so frustrating. But then you watch the video, and we're just bouncing off of them. Like, it's incredible how much we're just bouncing off of 24, 21, and 10. I'm not sure we ever got them down.
So is that a technique thing with the tackling, or is it a mentality?
It's all that,
thing?
Greg. I mean, some of it's physics, some of it's technique, some of it's people writing some checks with their minds. There were some business decisions. It's disappointing. It's all on coaching. I'm not going to put that on players. It's coaching. We got to figure out a better way.
How did you come away from this game from a health perspective? You mentioned that was a potential concern when we were talking in post game.
We lost some, but we'll see if we can get them back up by next week. Some MRIs still and some X-rays, and we had some guys that didn't play that we thought were going to be able to play and couldn't. So I hope some of those guys can come back that missed the game, and some of those guys that got dinged up. Seemed like we had 14 go down in the first half, and of those probably 14, I'd say 7 or 8 of them we're still waiting to see.
You mentioned after the game your words were that the coordinators had terrible plans. Can you say more about what sort of didn't connect in that process, or how you can adjust that going forward to get the guys in better spots?
I just thought we miscalculated on defense. Personnel matchups. That was a tremendous mistake on what we saw and what it really was. Offensively, whenever your receivers drop that many passes, you just got too much offense. There's something going on there, and it's got to get fixed. Our kickoff return team is embarrassing. We're the number 1 return team in the country last year, and now we can't cross the 25. So, those were the biggest glaring deals. I'm shocked they ran the ball on us like that. That doesn't generally happen to us. We've been known to give up some big plays in the passing game. We did that as well. The 3 turnovers were embarrassing. The strip sack, I didn't like the play call. The second one, Robert's laying on the ground. It doesn't matter. You just always had to hand the ball back to the official. Robert knows better. Robert, that's not something he's done. And the review that took 26 minutes, where you clearly see the official signaling incomplete, and you clearly see us stop going for the ball, and then to give the ball back to him, that's the 3rd turnover. And I know nobody cares, but those things are hard to overcome. And it's on coaching. It's on coaching.
You guys have had a couple games this year where the third quarter didn't quite go your way, and that became an issue at times last season. Is there anything about the halftime adjustment process that you're...
Must be, Greg. It's pretty obvious, right? I mean, we're getting killed in the second half, so yeah, there's no doubt there's something there, Greg. But look, I'm just not going to do. I'm going to do my best to give y'all enough, but keep my criticism in the locker room, and I'll praise the kids in public, and I'm not going to get on to any kids. Coaches are fair game, but even then it's obvious. I mean, we're getting beat in the second half. So obviously those coaches are doing a better job than we are. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.